versus Boomie Snowy. It'll be in the elimination finals, and it'll only be if they make it past Stingray and hardymj.
Yeah, speaking of Boomie and Snowy, they're already jumping into this one. They heard their names and they're like, oh, I guess that means go. As we get in onto a small fortress of Lion here for game number 1.
Been seeing a lot of this stage today in North America. A lot this weekend, but especially in North America today. Now, Boomie and Snowy coming in with the Chronics. That is Cross and Onyx against the Negan and Black Knight coming out from Stingray here. This classic pick that we love to see. The best Brawlhalla that Stingray has played has been on this character.
Yeah, I mean, this is, if you know Stingray, this is like the Stingray classics. The side sig will connect. Lots of people getting launched, but that down air still not enough. Boomie with the coverage, able to break it up, gets the double side light, but can't finish off the stock.
Red team was split there. Oh, the second hit of that. I swear, we've seen so many second hits of Gauntlet side air, picking up the other person on the opposite team so many times, just barely under or really over spacing that neutral light coming out from Boomie. Sort of a rare mistake there off of that whiffed side air from Stingray.
Oh man, stocks are starting to fly though. Stock count still even. It's between Boomie and Stingray, both of the red members. Stingray with a great dodge, but the down air from the teammate is actually going to take out Stingray.
That's going to put Hardy in a little bit of a rough spot here. You see him kind of running all over the stage, trying to stay away from the blue team as Stingray comes back into this game, so there isn't any 2v1 team combo potential. Hits the 3-piece, gets the stock.
The dodge out from Snowy, avoids the neutral light coming out from Hardy, so he will get out of that situation. No team combos connecting as Boomie was respawning. Boomie's back in it now. Still, this one is very even.
Hardy is a little bit more damaged than anyone else on the board. You see him playing extremely aerially here, waiting for that neutral light to come out before throwing out an explosive 3-4, almost a 5-piece, but back-to-back neutral airs from Boomie. Meanwhile, Stingray and Snowy on the right.
Yeah, Stingray just keeping Snowy locked on that right side wall. Boomie picks up the recovery, and it finishes. Team combo opportunity into the neutral sig. Lead for the blue team. Another team combo immediately, and they're continuing it. Hardy can't get away.
And the beginning of that was what is so scary about this team combo. Those 3 hits that come out from the blue team, the D-Light Dare sets you up perfectly for the neutral signature from Cross that is going to end up taking out the opponent. Stingray ends up falling. The blue team was too much.
Yeah, he burns his dodge on the GCN sig attempt, and Snowy just sat high enough above it that he doesn't get caught out, and Boomie and Snowy turned what was an even game for the first half into an explosive finish. Here's that team combo.
It's truly the perfect setup. The dare bounces off the stage, the neutral signature then catches an aerial opponent, has so much force on it. That leads to that early KO potential. If we're looking at the damage numbers that came out from Snowy and Boomie, it was 416 from Snowy and 469 from Boomie. That means they are averaging under 150 damage per stock in order to get a KO. That is virtually unheard of. I feel like you can only do that right now with how strong Cross is and how good Boomie is at this character and how good Snowy is at setting up these situations where Boomie can really shine.
Yeah, it's very rare to see numbers like that in the 2v2 space, where we've seen numbers go into the 7s, 8s, 9s, in the thousands before, but still, Boomie and Snowy looking good. Stingray making that swap over to the Olgrim here in game number 2. Will retain that Lance from his Orion.
And you can see for good reason early on, center stage, side sig from Boomie. Again, the 3-piece setup. There's virtually, I mean, I don't know if there is really anybody else in the game that you can really play these 2 characters together as and get those stocks that quickly with just 3 hits when your opponent is halfway through their stock.
There's so many teams throughout this weekend who have been running across. Boomie's in trouble. That's 3 exclamation points. That is a stock. Well, that'll even it up.
That will. But at least for the blue team, that means that they're going to be at about even damage. So they're going to keep that pace even with each other. Same thing is going to be said for the red team as well.
Boomie still stuck on this left side wall. Red team able to get a lot of stage control. You can see Hardy trying to chase, trying to get that recovery onto Snowy. Gets a 3-piece, but the turnaround from Snowy will finish off Stingray's second stock. An instant team combo.
Oh, okay. Not really sure what that one was. I don't know if that was an attempt to like pre-punish anything that was coming in from Stingray, because that's something when I was watching Snowy's most recent YouTube video, right as Boomie takes that stock, is Snowy was really focusing on, like, anytime Boomie was about to be punished, that's probably what they were looking for. But Snowy was, like, really going in on, like, anytime Boomie is about to be hit or going to be hit, I'm going to hit that punish. In fact, most of his commentary for that video was W punish from Snowy, W punish.
I mean, it's definitely very important to punish the punishes, right? Not let anyone get away with just hitting your teammate. Right now, the red team, with that stage control, as they did take out Boomie, if they take down Snowy, stock count could get evened up, but Stingray in that deep red.
And that's tough for the red team because the neutral light picked up one member of each team. Hardy was unable to punish. And then it picked up a member of the red team, and in came Snowy, actually able to punish.
So they had the power play. They got some damage built up. Downlight into the recovery. Hardy will survive. Stingray trying to play that Lance came out. Red team needs to live, but the recovery from Snowy, Hardy has to play the 1v2.
See the chase dodge coming out from Hardy to get over onto the right side, get over to the wall, a little bit of safety, a little bit of breathing room. Immediate punish after that second piece came out from Hardy that ended up whiffing on a Boomie. In comes Boomie with a little bit of a slow punish there.
Just the neutral light will be enough. Boomie and Snowy up 2-0. It is worth mentioning, guess who knocked Stingray and Hardy into the lower bracket?
Who?
Or into this
Tell
elimination
me.
bracket? Well, it would be none other than Boomie and Snowy. So this is the opportunity for the run back, or just a little bit of deja vu, as Boomie and Snowy seem to have an answer to Hardy, MJ, and Stingray.
Now keep in mind, in that previous set that Duke is referencing, the score was 3-1, and that was a winner side top 8 qualifier match. Boomie and Snowy poised to take this one 3-0 after the two dominant performances we've seen, but there is still the option for Stingray and hardymj to get the reverse 3 here and come out victorious, only to face Luna and Pugsy right after this one. Yet again, we're going to be still on this map. Somehow, despite all the carnage here, those stained glass windows, those delicate windows are still in perfect shape.
Unbreaking. But the blue team forced over to the left side. Snowy gets back up, gives the opportunity to the red team to get a little bit of a team combo onto Snowy. Might see Hardy lean a little bit more towards the sword, but no, he makes the swap over the great sword.
Now we are seeing Stingray still maintain that lance, going back over to the Orion pick here in the game 3 in early stock for the red team. That's going to take Snowy out. Meanwhile, Boomie doing his best to stay away. Snowy comes in, lands, immediately starts throwing out unarmed neutralites to sort of interrupt the red team. There's one stock. See if they can clean this one up. Boomie chasing hard.
I mean, he didn't burn any movement before going off stage with that ground pound, so he had plenty to get back up, and Snowy was there for the protection. Stat count still even though the damage might be a little bit in favor of the red team right now, as Hardy gets the downlight recovery to give them the stock advantage.
Snowy is dropping some bombs on the red team, though. We're hearing a lot of cannon noises. That neutral air not quite high enough to be able to take out. You see, Snowy is really wanting that KO to put Stingray on final stocks and make it a 4 stocks to 4 stocks game.
That definitely could be an option for this blue team. Go for Stingray, take him out, and just go for those team combos, because you know they got him on lock, but Stingray survives the offstage engagement. Snowy was not able to complete that stock.
Hardy trying to land with the dare. He's putting some nice poke onto Boomie, as Snowy is actually the first one on final stocks, and we were thinking it might be Stingray. But fantastic positioning coming out from Stingray. Some of that defense of Orion helping out as well.
I mean, that's one thing that's been talked about throughout the entirety of today, is Stingray's positioning, his ability to play around those sandwich positions, to just play around the opponents and survive, has been so valuable, as the down light into the nair takes off the first stock of hardymj.
They're still trying to find this stock on Stingray. I mean, even Boomie hit a D-light on the blasters and then went for the recovery, but I think he hit the D-light a little bit too far away. A little bit curious why he went for the recovery rather than the side air, because I think even though it was towards the center of the stage, based on where he picked up the D-light, side air was probably the better option and also would have led to the KO, because I think that's just how damaged Stingray was at that moment.
I mean, it's definitely a consistent tool, but I mean, at top levels, you got to believe in yourself and going for those recoveries. But right now, stock advantage to the red team. They've got the health advantage as well, as Snowy is a couple of good hits away from getting taken out.
Snowy dipping down low. I thought he was going to get caught by something as his hurt box peeked right over that corner, but no. This just gave the red team so much time to put pressure and damage onto Boomie. Again, a single hit, Snowy is completely isolated from Boomie.
Is that tough spot, and now it's all left to Boomie. Won't be long, though, before hardymj and Stingray get themselves on the board 2-1.
And that is a 3-stock victory, keeping themselves alive in this as we're going to be moving into the Game 4 situation. We're not going to have any changes on character swaps whatsoever. There's the sidelight side air from Stingray to get the KO. Beautiful. Beautiful stock there. Ending to that game is going to keep this red team alive.
An interesting map swap. This time we're going over to Apocalypse for game number 4.
Seen a lot of blue team follow-ups here very early on in this game, even though Boomie didn't have a weapon for the first 15 or so seconds of it.
Very interesting greatsword interaction with Boomie, where Boomie was really opting not to go for an option because Hardy is consistently trying to look for that dodge, right? Trying to get that dodge punished so he can go for the big 3-piece as he hits the dare, and Boomie's going to lose the first stock here in game number 4.
Snowy doing his best to stay in this one. Neutral air is going to get one. That's going to be a trade, 1-for-1. But again, it's on Stingray, who the game before last was doing such a great job of surviving. And then last game, it was Hardy who was the one doing a fantastic job of surviving. So both of them have acted as the stock tank in this set so far.
Quick little team combo onto hardymj. Boomie does finish off the stock of Stingray. And that entire team combo from the blue team started off because a side air connected onto Stingray, but the side sig from Stingray will connect onto Boomie.
If Boomie would have had a little bit more damage, that ground pound might take him out, and it does. Ends up falling there 4 stocks to 3, but a quick KO onto Hardy could put this into a 3 stocks to 3 stocks game. That's likely what the blue team is going to be looking for, but Stingray and both Hardy are not going to want to let that happen.
Yeah, Hardy, you can see him playing a little bit further away, even sweat beating, but he still hits the dare. The dare from Snowy actually gets him out of Boomie's dare, and so Hardy will still live for a little while here on this second stock.
Boomie's hunting for these side airs, hunting for these down airs. That's going to be the spiking option that leads to the KO. This gives them power play potential. Boomie keeps going, even though he picked up his teammate for a little bit, gave Stingray the free follow-up. That neutral light halted any further pressure from Stingray.
Yeah, but you're starting to see Boomie play further back. He recognizes the situation. He does not want to be the first one to fall between himself and hardymj because it leaves the opportunity for the power play, but the N-Sig will take out Snowy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He touched.
A lot of chaos on the edge, but Boomie did indeed touch, like you mentioned. Beautiful neutral air to interrupt that a little bit. Definitely knew how to manipulate those hitboxes, but Snowy almost taken off the top. Boomie taking off the bottom, and this is looking like a Game 5 situation incoming.
Opportunity for the run back. The red team got knocked into the elimination bracket by this blue team, but now they are 1 stock away from forcing that Game 5. Snowy wants to take out Hardy, so he can go for the 1v1. He is deep red, though.
There is a weapon on the field, and Hardy takes it away immediately. I can't believe that wasn't it!
The disco active frames will put it down to a 1v1. Stingray still got another stock, though. This is a very tough 1v1.
It's going to be really important to keep Stingray weapon starved. You see Snowy doing that, but he wanted to make sure he had the gauntlets, and he throws them away, grabs the next one. That had to have been a pretty lucky weapon spawn for Snowy. Gets the little tap there, maintains weapon control, now has the cannon, has to play virtually flawless Brawlhalla against Stingray if he wants to take this 3-1.
The classic Snowy, very weapon toss heavy. Stingray now has a weapon. He's going to be going for SIGs. Those down SIGs have been connecting throughout this weekend. Snowy's got to play smart around them. It could bait into an N-Sig, though. Weapon toss from one, weapon toss the other way. Doesn't hit the nair.
Stingray knows the range benefit that he has going up against Snowy here. You see how far back Snowy is playing. Now he has a cannon that's going to give Snowy a little bit more range here. He can find his way in more often. But again, weapon starving is huge for Snowy right now. He's doing everything he can. He even snakes that one away. Oh my goodness, Snowy, yet again, another weapon spawn.
Stingray has been denied weapon after weapon. Snowy gets caught, and that'll do it. Game 5, Stingray finds the one hit he needed, and we are going down to the wire.
They're going to be moving into this one pretty quickly. Hopefully we can get some of these replays out. You saw that down air from Boomie. That set Stingray up for the perfect neutral signature to get the KO. Here was the ending of that game. This is exactly what Stingray would be looking for. If he was stuck without a weapon, it's not the worst thing in the world because he has the unarmed D-Light for the setup into the KO combo true.
Yeah, with how damaged Snowy was, there were so many things that could have KO'd him. That was such a tough spot to be in, and it works out in favor of the red team. Game 5, the red team can get that run back.
Nice little team combo there. Ended up being more favorable for the blue team, but only just a little bit. And they are already actually a little bit behind if you're looking at damage, but now Stingray started to take a little bit more, now basically even with Boomie.
Yeah, I'm watching Boomie's positioning, and he's definitely sitting a little bit further back. He does not want to risk getting taken out early the way he was in the last 2 games, avoids the down light. Lots of people getting into the red, though, as the down sig from Stingray will give the red team the lead.
Oh, the down signature comes in from Boomie, makes no connections, hits the immediate punish coming out from Hardy. I believe it was a sword. Neutral light, Stingray gets the KO off the top. At least they traded 2 for 1, but they're going to be looking for the 2 for 2. Not going to get it straight away, and Boomie all of a sudden from white to yellow.
Yeah, the 3-piece coming out from hardymj, the great sword, just building up damage so quickly. Boomie's now opting to go for some gauntlet plays onto Stingray. Snowy sitting back. The blue team, they're looking nervous.
Oh,
doesn't hit the nair.
That would have been huge. That could have taken Hardy off the top. Didn't quite get it as more and more damage is built up onto Snowy and Boomie. Oh. Okay, they finally get the stock off of Hardy. Looking for the one on Stingray to put him on final stock. That would at least put it 4-3. But Snowy and Boomie extremely damaged on these second stocks.
Trying to get that team combo, but Stingray with a quick ground pound will put Snowy to his final stock here. This is his tournament stock here at the Summer Championship.
Spear coming in for Stingray. Snowy without a weapon. Boomie has blasters. There's the side air.
Combo.
Maybe
Recovery?
KOing off the top. Not quite enough. The defense of this Jae-Yun is going to keep Hardy in that, even though it was an orange recovery picked up on the soft platform from a cross player.
Final stocks for 3 of the 4 people. hardymj in the red on his second stock. That recovery almost takes out Snowy. The side air puts hardymj to his final stocks. Last moments for all of the players.
Stingray just running away. He doesn't want to get caught in a bad spot. They know they're in the lead here. If he's careful and doesn't take too much damage, they're going to be in a solid spot for these final stocks all around. Snowy's so damaged.
Yeah, Snowy is playing very far and away. Oh, the setup. Snowy goes far, but he gets back up safely. They're stuck on this right side wall. Boomie's taking damage. Snowy with the 3 exclamation points gets up. Team combo, they're stacked up too close.
They were too close. Man, that is heartbreaking. Boomie stuck over on the sidewall. Snowy over there as well. Now both of them without a weapon. Weapon spot comes in. Boomie grabs it immediately, neutralizes Stingray, but gets hit by Hardy in the back.
Blue team is split. Down sig doesn't connect. Hardy doesn't hit the end sig. Boomie goes for the off stage. Oh, he misses the punish.
Everybody
down
is now.
Line, he can't interrupt. It's just Snowy.
He ended up picking up Snowy too, giving the red team complete stage control, the ability to juggle. Snowy is going to have to play his heart out here if he wants the victory. It is still winnable, but man, it's going to be so tough at the damage deficit. Weapon control goes to Stingray and Hardy. Stage control to Stingray and Hardy. Gets right under that neutral light. Not yet.
But he's running out of options, running out of hope. That's a burn dodge. Beats out the sig. Recovery still not enough. He's playing the unarmed. He picks up a cannon. The nairs don't connect, and Hardy...